Hello students, welcome back to the class. In the previous video children we learned about calculation of percentage. Now let us learn few more concept of this chapter here, that is increase or decrease as percentage. Now many times when we are comparing quantities, where we will come across many conditions wherein one quantity is more, one quantity is less. So let us now calculate that how much percent one is more or one is less compared to other. So we will have increase or decrease as percentage. Let us calculate how to find whether the quantity has increased or decreased by how many percentage over here. Sometimes we have to find increase or decrease in certain quantities as a percentage, like increase in population, decrease in sale and etc. So we have basically a simple formula to apply there children. Increase or decrease in percentage is nothing, amount of change, means what is compared to one to another, that is how much is greater or how much is smaller, that is amount of change upon the original amount, that was original how much it was and how much it decreased to or how much it increased to, that is original amount of change upon original amount multiplied by 100. So this is the formula to get either increase or decrease in percentage. The next concept we have here is related to buying and selling of certain things. Many times you go to a shop, you buy the things, so you come across a few concepts like cost price, selling price and all, right? So let us learn about what are they all. Cost price is the price at which you buy some product and it is written as CP. CP is full short form of cost price. Selling price is the price at which you sell something and it is written as SP. These are the factors which tells us that the sale of some product is profitable or no. So many times we will come to know whether we got increase or we got decrease on the basis of cost price and selling price here. Cost price and selling price. Okay, now let us learn these three. When cost price is smaller and selling price is greater, we get profit, that means we get increase. Then when cost price is equal to selling price, that is no profit, no loss, there is no increase, there is no decrease. Similarly, when cost price is greater and selling price is less, children, we get loss, that means we have got decrease because cost price was greater and selling price was less. So in these conditions only we have to find the increase or decrease of percent using these concepts of cost price and selling price here. Now, profit or loss percentage. In the previous slide we had done either we got increase or we got decrease, then how to find that percentage? If profit percentage we want to find children, then how to find? We have simple formula to apply here. Profit into 100 upon cost price, and if it is loss percentage, then loss into 100 upon cost price. We always calculate it on cost price only, no selling price is involved here. Okay, so here only one this thing will be changed, into 100 and upon CP will remain both same in profit percentage or loss percentage. If it is profit percent, here it will be profit, if it is loss percentage, here it will be loss. The remaining things remains the same in the formula. Now, let us take one example for that. If the cost price of laptop is rupees 45,000 and the selling price is rupees 50,000, then what is the profit or loss percentage? Cost price 45,000 and selling price is 50,000 children. Here cost price is less than the selling price. When cost price is less and selling price is more, children, we always get profit. Profit, the formula, how to find the profit? SP minus CP, that is 50,000 minus 45,000, you get rupees 5,000 as the profit. Now how to get the profit percentage, and how many percentage you got profit here? So applying the formula, profit upon CP, that is 5,000 upon 45,000, that was cost price, multiplied by 100. When you simplify it, you will get 11.11% as the profit. So how many percentage you get? 11.11% over there. Now, how to find SP if CP and profit or loss percent is given? Many times you will be given children profit percent and loss percent, and from there you will have to find SP. Okay, so selling price is, this is the basic formula to be applied. Selling price is equal to 100 plus profit percentage upon 100 into CP. Okay, and selling price is equal to 100 minus loss percent. If it is loss percent upon 100 into CP. The formula, everything remains changed, only that this thing differs here. If it is profit, we add, and if it is loss, we subtract here. Now let us take an example here. Okay, if the cost of TV is rupees 25,000 and the shopkeeper sells it at a loss percent of 5%, then what is the selling price of the TV? Now, how the application of the formula comes, let us see here. Now, let us suppose CP as rupees 100. Okay, we don't know. Just now, this is assumption method we are going to do here, children, here. Okay, we will just assume any quantity or anything as rupees 100 here. It is told to us that there is loss of 5%. So, we will subtract. As I told you, the loss has to be subtracted here. So, I have subtracted 5. I got rupees 95. This is just to assume. Just assume it. On this assumption, we will compare. Okay, so always suppose CP only as 100. Even if you are asked to find cost price, even if you are asked to find selling price, always suppose CP only as 100. If it is loss, subtract that loss percent and get the selling price. If it is profit, then add the profit and get the selling price. But don't take 100 as SP. SP, we will not take it. We will always assume CP only as 100. Now, we are asked to find the selling price. Which quantity we have to find selling price? Always keep it on the second part of comparison. So, we will compare here CP and SP. When CP is 100, from here now, you will assume from this assumption table, we will start here. When CP is 100, your SP was what? 95 here. Now, go to the question. When the cost price is rupees 25,000, what is SP? Cross multiply them. When you cross multiply, you will get 25,000 into 95 upon 100. When you simplify, you will get your answer here as 23,750. So, always go with this assumption method. This makes your work bit easy. So, with this children, we end this video here. Hope you understood, and I will see you in the next video.